Dr. Gugu Mazibuko is a cultural expert at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, and she joins us now via Zoom for more. Very good evening to you, Doctor. Thanks so much indeed for your time.
Good evening, Peter and viewers. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's clear something up, because a lot of people will say, but the king was coronated in August already. What is happening tomorrow? Is this a coronation still?
No, it's not coronation. It is the issuing of the certificate by the President of the Republic of South Africa to the Zulu King Misuzulu, kaZwelithini.
So
therefore, it's not the coronation. The king is already on the throne.
So this doesn't have any real cultural assent, as it were. It's more a ceremonial, a constitutional ceremonial event.
Kind of, but I cannot say fully, because any event, any event that where the king will attend, where the king will be involved, is reported in the nation's ancestors.
Okay.
So now that the king will be issued this certificate of recognition, it means he will be recognized by government because it is in line with what is in the Act, the Traditional and Khoisan Leadership Act of 2019. Therefore, it's something that is more administratively, that is handled by government, but however, it's something that involves the king. That is why it is important that the king is accompanied by the entire nation.
Okay. Did King Goodwill go through the same thing? Was it similar? What happened? Did he get recognized by the state in a similar way?
Well, I was still a toddler, and remember, it was during the apartheid era, so things were happening in a different way. That is why
Right.
At that time he was given by I think MC Botha, and this time around it is democratic South Africa. African president is issuing a certificate of recognition to the Zulu King. It's something that is different. Therefore,
Okay.
we are expecting something that we have never seen before.
It is quite groundbreaking, isn't it? So, a significant day for the Zulu nation. What do you think we can expect from the king? I suppose, whilst it's not an official coronation, it is a moment, I guess, for him to be able to address his people.
Yes, fortunately, the king, we already have had the different speeches where he was addressing the nation during Umngenis Bayeni and the Reed Dance ceremony. But I think this time around, because he's expected to make a speech, he will address the nation, but touching upon the issues that will also involve the government, because the certificate is that he is legally recognized by government as well. But still, there are socioeconomic issues, there are social ills, there are many issues that affect the nation. But I think he will talk to issues of social cohesion and many others, as the first citizen of Zulu nation.
So what can we expect in terms of procession and ceremony, given that it's not a real coronation in the truest sense of the word? but it is a significant moment for the Zulu nation because of the king's presence. Does that come with its own ceremonial actions?
Well, it will be a combination of both, but we need to expect that the king will be accompanied by amabutho, because wherever the king goes, amabutho ayingubo yobukhosi. So they are always with the king, and there will be regiments, maidens, omama, Baba, the entire nation, the visitor, and on top of that, his maternal family from Swaziland, because we know that his uncle is King Mswati of Swaziland. So we are expecting a huge delegation from the Kingdom of Swaziland.
One thing I've always been curious about is you have a head of state who's the president, and he's the one handing over the certificate. Yeah. But in our culture, the king is the supreme being. How does it work mixing these two ideas?
It works so well. The king is the leader of the Zulu nation. The president is the leader of the Republic of South Africa. Remember, the king is the constitutional monarch, and this is a democratic South Africa where the president is the first citizen of the country and the king is the first citizen of the nation. So these are two most important people. Yeah, but that is why there will be some merging of the two, culturally, traditionally, as well as the government, because the government is responsible for sustaining the Zulu kingdom.
So tomorrow is an important day because you know, with this handing over of the certificate, it further cements the king's reign. Does that put more clarity for any challenges that he might have in terms of his kingship?
Well, if you are asking in terms of the contestation that we have seen or witnessed, yes, it cements everything, because there's only one king for amaZulu, and there will be one certificate. So no one else will carry the certificate. So legally, he is the leader of the head of amaZulu, and therefore everything will be sealed.
Dr. Mazibuko, thank you very, very much indeed for giving us context for this event taking place tomorrow, the handing over of this certificate and recognition by the state to the kingship of King Misuzulu. Thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
All right, so it's happening tomorrow. Not an official coronation by the truest sense of the word, but a significant recognition by the state to the kingship of the new king of the amaZulu. So we'll be carrying that broadcast for you tomorrow, and it'll be fairly comprehensive with reporters there and around KwaZulu-Natal. So make sure you're on channel 404 tomorrow afternoon.